Open your garage, your toolbox, that cluttered drawer in your kitchen. Somewhere in there, you'll find it. That blue and yellow can with the little red cap, WD-40. You've probably grabbed it 100 times. Squeaky door hinge, WD-40. Rusted bolt, WD-40. Sticky drawer, WD-40. It's practically instinct. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people have no idea what WD-40 actually is. And because of that, millions of us are using it completely wrong, sometimes even making our problems worse. Today, we're cracking open the mystery behind that iconic can to reveal what it really does, where it came from, and why the way you're using it might be doing more harm than good. This is Plain Sight. Let's start with a question almost nobody asks. What does WD-40 actually stand for? It's not a brand name someone invented in a boardroom. WD-40 literally means water displacement, the 40th formula. That's right. In 1953, a tiny company called the Rocket Chemical Company in San Diego was trying to create a substance that could prevent rust and corrosion on missile parts. It took them 40 attempts to get the formula right. The name came straight from a lab notebook. Water displacement, attempt number 40. The chemist simply never changed it. Now here's where it gets interesting. WD-40 was never meant for your squeaky door. It was designed for rockets, specifically the outer skin of the Atlas missile, America's first operational intercontinental ballistic missile. The problem engineers faced was brutal. Metal sitting on a launch pad, exposed to humidity, rain, and salt air, would corrode rapidly. WD-40 was created to displace water from metal surfaces and leave behind a thin protective film to stop rust before it started. It worked so well that employees at the plant started sneaking cans home in their lunchboxes. When the company noticed, they figured if their own workers loved it that much, maybe the public would too. In 1958, WD-40 hit store shelves, and the world was never the same. Here's where the confusion begins. Most people think WD-40 is a lubricant. You spray it on something, it moves easier, problem solved. But that is not quite right. WD-40 is primarily a solvent and water displacer. Yes, it contains some light mineral oil that provides temporary lubrication, but the majority of what is in that can is designed to penetrate rust, dissolve grime, and push moisture away from metal. The actual lubricating effect is weak and short-lived. This is why so many people spray WD-40 on a squeaky hinge, feel satisfied for a week, and then wonder why the squeak comes back louder than before. Here's the real problem. WD-40 can actually strip away proper lubrication. When you spray it on a bike chain, for example, it dissolves the heavy-duty grease that was protecting those tiny rollers and pins. For a moment, the chain feels smooth. But because WD-40 evaporates quickly and leaves behind only a thin film, that chain is now running almost dry. Worse, that thin film tends to attract dust, dirt, and grit, turning into an abrasive paste that accelerates wear. You did not fix your bike chain. You just shortened its life. The same goes for locks. Spray WD-40 into a sticky lock, and it might turn easier for a while. But over time, the residue collects dust and debris inside the mechanism, eventually gumming up the pins and making the lock even harder to turn. Professional locksmiths will tell you they have seen countless locks ruined this way. So, if WD-40 is not a great lubricant, what is it actually good for? Quite a lot, actually. It is excellent at loosening rusted bolts. The solvents penetrate corrosion and break the bond between rust and metal. It is perfect for displacing moisture from electrical components, like a car engine that got splashed or a power tool caught in the rain. It removes adhesive residue, sticky labels, even crayon marks from walls. It can clean and protect tools from rust during storage. It is a jack of all trades, just not the trade most people use it for. Here's the simple rule. Use WD-40 to clean, penetrate, and protect. But if something needs to stay lubricated, finish the job with an actual lubricant, like white lithium grease for hinges or a proper chain oil for bikes. Think of WD-40 as the prep work, not the final coat. One last detail that surprises people. The exact formula for WD-40 has never been patented. The company deliberately chose secrecy over legal protection because filing a patent would require disclosing the ingredients. To this day, the original handwritten formula is locked in a bank vault in San Diego. Over 70 years later, people are still guessing what's really in that can. So the next time you reach for that familiar blue and yellow can, remember, you're holding a piece of Cold War history designed for rockets, not door hinges. Use it wisely, and it's an incredible tool. Use it wrong, and you might just make things worse. If this changed how you think about WD-40, hit that like button and subscribe to Plain Sight for more hidden stories behind everyday things. Thanks for watching.